We're following a ground drone from the factory floor to the front line. We're with the 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade. We have a support group of armed soldiers in front of us. When we get out, they will be scanning the skies for drones, and that, of course, remains the big danger. Their mission: launch the unmanned ground vehicle, UGV, towards the line of contact not far away. An armed escort for a machine. Every minute in the kill zone, a chance for a Russian aerial drone to target you. Oh yeah.
Мабуть, наш ретранслятор. А мабуть, ні. Своїх дронів не буває.
Well, that's reassuring. We're deep in dystopian now. Past the robots filing over and back from the front. They make way for us as we pass. Is that a drone?
Yeah.
Soon the UGV on the trailer in front will join these ranks. We arrive at the launch position, eyes on the skies, fingers on triggers. The question: why are these men putting their lives on the line to deliver a ground drone, or as they call it, the snake?
Так, я знаю. Я знаю, питання. Куди бабки забрати?
This machine's mission: bring ammunition to infantry on the contact line. If it wasn't for the drone, how many men would it take to resupply the lines like this?
Чоловік 10 мінімум, бо хтось має прикривати, хтось має нести, хтось має мінятися.
And that's the point. This UGV is going into the kill zone so they don't have to. Cargo loaded, it's dispatched, and the humans leave. Back at the control center, after-party tunes belie deadly intent, razor-sharp focus. The operators drive and monitor the drone's progress, and a Gen Z message to Russian counterpart.
Russia, yes, Russia. Такого, як ми, в них такого точно не буде. Такого, як у нас, точно. Ми найкращі в цьому.
We will be using people's call signs, including for the commander. He is electric. Modern warfare like you never expected.
Electric, what's your alter ego?
Alter ego – це інший я. Тобто це ті ж люди, але трохи на роботах.
Last year, UGVs helped the 93rd recapture a village, considered the first time ever that robots did this. There have also been cases where Russian soldiers were taken prisoner by the machine. But the real story, the dramatic increase in their use this year, thousands of evacuations and resupply runs. In the last 6 months, ground drones have conducted over 66,000 missions. And according to Electric, there are now sections of the front line manned exclusively by drones. Do you think there will come a point soon where it will be just machines on the contact line, on line 0?
Такі випадки вже є. Питання лише масштабування цього всього. Тобто це все вже є. Вже є такі випадки, коли лише дрони на передньому краї. Я ж кажу, питання лише масштабування.
The scale of the backroom operation is already vast. We leave the control center and start a tour of workshops all around Kramatorsk.
More speed, more life.
Have you lost many friends to drones?
На сьогодні вже багато. Якщо взяти за... Я вчора буквально повернувся з похорон одного з них.
The network of secret workshops are where drones are repaired and refined. In one, we see infantry drones. In another, amphibious ones. In another again, ground drones that launch aerial drones. At the moment, Electric gets one operator for one drone. With AI, how close are we to one operator for 10 drones, 20 drones?
No, it's for time is maybe months, not a year. It's months.
By next year.
Maybe real. It's real. We're very close for this.
Most of the drones we saw are fitted with Elon Musk's mini Starlings. Do you trust Elon Musk?
На зараз не можна не довіряти. У нас немає вибору.
We don't have a choice.
It's a huge amount of power that he has, isn't it?
Так, так.
Electric's men identify improvements in the field and feed them straight back to the manufacturer. And procurement is painless.
Ключ – це прямий зв'язок напряму від підрозділу до виробника без посередників.
And that brings us across Ukraine to one of the factories where the UGVs are made. The facility and the people who work here would be a target for the Russians if they knew where this was. It's one of the places where the new army is being made. The boss told us about the point system army units can use to get new hardware like his drones. Think lethal loyalty card.
For example, if you will destroy the Russian tank, for example, it will give some number of points. If you will if you will evacuate the wounded soldier, it gives some points. And then you could just exchange it to the product.
The worry is that the point system further gamifies this constantly evolving conflict. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense has told this producer and every producer that the vision is that by the end of next year, every soldier will be replaced by a machine on the front line. Sci-fi isn't fiction anymore, it's the stuff of factory floors. In the workshop, we meet this veteran. He fought and was injured in the decisive Battle of Bilohorivka in 2022. Describes getting trapped in a cellar under direct fire from a Russian tank, bracing himself to be buried alive.
Після третього вистрілу танка вже почали, звісно, всі панікувати, тому що плити перекриття почали лопати. Над головою, по-перше, шукали, де пробити дирку, щоб воздух якось поступав, бо був туман. Це страшно було.
As he speaks, he becomes emotional. His eyes well up. He turns back to his work. The machine he's making looks on, dry-eyed.
That was Porrick O'Brien. I'm now joined by Dr. Svetlana Van Bentham, who is a lecturer in international law at Oxford University, and her research examines artificial intelligence, cyberspace, and armed conflict. Thank you for joining me. I mean, this is wild, isn't it? But what are the risks of this type of technology?
Good evening, and thank you so much for having me. As you say, we're seeing the integration of artificial intelligence in ways that are transforming armed conflict. And this comes with a number of advantages. This is allowing a distance between human beings and front lines. It is allowing a speed and scale of conflict, as well as, according to some, accuracy. But we shouldn't forget that there are significant risks that come with the integration of artificial intelligence in military decision-making. And a key risk here is a potential disconnect between human decision-making and machine outputs. And this manifests itself in a number of specific ways. For instance, one worry is the possibility of unintended civilian harm. For instance, imagine an AI-enabled drone that strikes civilians or civilian objects in a way which was not wanted or foreseen, or even foreseeable to the human operators and human commanders. This raises questions about whether humans can really predict the outcomes of artificial intelligence, which has direct bearing on responsibility. And in addition to this, we have issues that relate to explainability and transparency. Can human beings explain how AI systems are reaching specific outcomes? And finally, we also have issues that relate to escalation.
And
Whether
sorry, go on. I was just going to ask you specifically on artificial intelligence. I was really interested that Porrick was with people who were controlling the drones. There was obviously one man who suggested that one person could control 20 drones. Do we ever get to a situation where AI is controlling the decision making? And what is the potential impact of that?
It is possible empirically that this is where the trajectory will go. At the same time, for now, states are asserting that they intend to retain human control, or at least some context-dependent human involvement in military decisions, including where artificial intelligence is involved. But of course, the issue is what we mean by human control and context-dependent human involvement. Is it enough to have some degree of programming of an AI system? Is it enough to have some nominal human input? If, as you say, and in the reporting, we were talking about one person who might be monitoring a number of different systems. So here the key issue is, can we really predict, can we really trace the outcomes, and can we really make sure that civilians, civilian objects, and other protected persons and objects are going to remain protected?
I mean, it's pretty scary stuff. Just very quickly, is the regulation being put in place or not?
There is no prohibition as such of the use of artificial intelligence in war, which does not mean in any way that there are no rules of international law that constrain the use of artificial intelligence. There are a number of rules under the law of armed conflict, human rights law, and other treaties and customary obligations that do constrain the ways in which states and other parties to conflict are using it. The key issue, however, is the lack of specificity in that regulation. We can well say that indiscriminate weapons are prohibited, but what do we mean by indiscriminate? What is the level of accuracy, the level of reliability that is demanded in the use of artificial intelligence? And this is what occupies states in Geneva and New York, trying to see what regulatory vision should be the one, whether it's clarification of existing law or it's the development of a new treaty.
Okay, terrifying stuff. Thank you very much for joining us.